Hi, everybody. This is Jeffrey. This is Red Color. Orange is the order of the day. Okay. Churro Tuesdays. We continue. I'm pre-taping. All right. I just keep on switching my t-shirts and hats, but we're in the same pants. All right. We come to the Two of Swords. Okay. The Two of Swords. Really interesting card. It kind of an outlier in its own way. So what do you notice? Well, she's blindfolded. Hmm. What does that mean? That means she can't see. That means she doesn't have the whole picture. It's kind of a stalemate. I need more information. I need more information. So it's really a time to go inside and try to gather more information. So the interesting thing is that she's by the water, right? She's on the shore. So water is always a symbol of emotion. So sometimes sometimes some people will describe this as like caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't really see it like that. It's like, no, I'm going to sit and pause until I get more information. And where's the information? The information is in the water, and the information is in the heart. That's what I always get from this card. The information is in the heart. It's like, well, this doesn't make sense. And if I do this, that'll happen. And if I don't do that, this will happen, blah, 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 blah. But she's sort of in a state of peace. She's in a state of like sort of this precarious balance. And it's like, okay, because sometimes things are just not moving, right? Things are just not moving in your life. And it's like, okay, I can't really see the whole picture, but maybe it's not my eyes I need to rely upon. Maybe it's my body, right? Maybe it's my senses. Maybe it's my heart. Maybe it's my hearing that, is necessary because it's a two, it's choice. Now, I saw another tarot reader, I don't know how long ago, and I watch him on occasion. I don't really watch that many tarot readers, a little bit I do. But he talked about this land in the background. Now, if you look really closely, this land in the background, it has no trees, right? So it's new land. There's nothing has established itself on it yet. So it's kind of like a volcanic land comes up, right? If you, I watched this fascinating documentary about Hawaii once, and how the Hawaiian Islands come up out of this out of the lava, right? I think the volcano in Hawaii is the tallest thing on Earth, but most of it's underwater, taller than Everest, the Big Island. And so, but over time, birds stop and they bring seeds, and over time, it became this lush paradise. But right now, so it's almost like there's something in the subconscious brewing, or there's something that maybe your spirit already knows or is developing that hasn't quite come to the fore yet. Hasn't quite come to the fore yet. But it's being built. I mean, it's there, and we'll see what happens, right? Will the island be a resort? Will it be a city? Will it be a garden? Will it be, what kind of birds are going to come? What kind of plants are going to end up there? That kind of thing. All right, I have a few things written down. Now, there are other cards that I always feel like this is sort of a solo sort of deal. That's the way it feels. It feels like it's an interior thing. So the other cards that are kind of interior, both majors. One of them is the Hanged Man. But the Hanged Man, even though he's pausing, he's actually working spiritually because he's releasing. So that takes effort too. And then the other one that's really very solo is the Hermit, and you can check those out on my other Tarot Tuesdays. Just go backwards if you go to the playlist. Um, and the Hermit, we did a great number. I did it with Sharon from Strawberry Rhubarb. I couldn't think of her name. And the Hermit is really about going inside and digging. So he's alone, but he's digging for knowledge, right? This one, I feel like it's more because the water, there's so much water in the card. It's almost half the card, right? Is really this energy of, you're at the shore and it's like, what are my hopes and dreams and stuff when I look out into the ocean? It's like, oh, I wonder what's out there, maybe I'll see a ship, la la la, or a fish, or I'll see the ocean changing, right? It'll be calm or it'll become more rough, whatever. So there's something coming in, but there's also something to be released, right? You can always go down to the shore and just release things, like they put those messages in a bottle. All right. Okay. So that could by the way. So if I could read my writing, confusion. I have, my penmanship isn't very good. Many years ago, I started writing sort of without really thinking, and my penmanship fell apart, and my vision isn't very good. So between the two of them, I'm kind of here. Vagueness, something is hidden, not yet known. There's a certain balance, right? Because sometimes it's like, well, there's nothing I can do until I get the information. There's nothing I can do until I get the information. Is it for sale? Isn't it for sale? Right? Do I want the property? Don't I want the property? I have to think about it. There's a certain amount of peace in this card. So if you get a lot of other peaceful cards around it, it's like, don't worry, it'll reveal itself in time. A delay, a stalemate, a certain amount of stillness, a delicate balance, like I said. I can't read my writing. Move with caution. Move with caution. So, like sometimes you put your feelers out there for something. You have to wait for the answer. And then the answer is sort of not 100%. It's like, okay, well, let me get my feet wet. Let me get my feet wet a little bit and see, right? Like somebody wants to be, your friend or something, and you're not really quite sure. You're like, well, do they have an ulterior motive? Let me do a little test like that. It's that. It's not gung ho. It's certainly not that. It's really about really getting the information from your heart. That's what the real deal is here. It's like I get the information from my heart, from my body, from my hearing. I have to rely on something other than what I see because things are not as always as they appear. So that's the energy of the card. That's the energy. It's not bad. It's not good. It's kind of, wait, and it's interesting. I was thinking about it the other day. There are certain problems that we have, or certain, I don't know, habits, let's say. Sometimes we just outlast them. Sometimes it's good to just be silent and let it play out and see what happens, right? Let it play out, see what happens. And then as things start to move, then I can make a decision whether I want to be involved, not be involved, what action to take, what action not to take, who to call, what not to do, what to do, etc. So that's the energy of the card. Interesting. It's a interesting card. It doesn't really. I mean, I compared it in a way to the other ones because they're solo. So that's the energy. It's about going inside and getting quiet, going inside and getting quiet and gathering information. That's the information. That's what the card is about. All right. I'm going to be recovering from cataract surgery, so I'm going to have a lot of time. I don't think I can leave the house that often. The truth of the matter is, at night, it's really not a good idea now to leave the house because everything is just really unclear and it's not really safe, like with lights and traffic, because there's a lot of traffic here. So, I have to, so I'm going to be putting readings on sale. So, because I haven't, sitting around here picking my nose. Um, better pick my nose and your nose, right? Anyway, so I'm going to be putting readings on sale so I can drum it up and have something to do. People to help. All right. Blessings. See you soon. Bye.